Good evening, everybody. It's Friday night in Shabby Road Studios. Isn't that right?
Oh, yeah. How's it going, everybody? Midnight's Edge After Dark. What's going on, everybody? It's Friday. Tonight, Marvel announces their updated Phase 4 and guarantees job security for the fandom menace for at least the next 2 years.
Onward's coming to streaming. Well, it's already on Disney Plus.
Onward moves onward to streaming. That's right. A certain rich little is it? Can we call her a Jewess? A Jewish princess?
I call her a C word, but hey.
Who writes for a certain Marvel television show, compared every straight relationship she had to being to Nicole Kidman being cozying up to Oscar the Grouch, and she has a problem with women being objectified, but we have the photos, don't we?
Mine are better.
It goes without saying. But hey, if I'm going to be compared to any Oscar, okay, it's going to be Oscar Madison, all right? And I wear that with pride. So anyway, what else have we got? Oh, Keith Howard's in chat. What's on, Keith? Okay, we've got Sporking News Podcast, Jet Black Phoenix, Tatsunami, Classic Cannabis, Black Phoenix, Matt G, Captain Clone Blasto, D Lunar Fox. How you doing? Marvel keeps on breathing. Well, for the time being, at least. All right. Let me tell you, this week just felt like it was 100 years. It really did. They say time flies. No, when you're in isolation, time is dragging, man. Come on. Self-isolation.
No, it flies when you're having fun.
Yeah, this hasn't
Not when you're sitting around doing nothing with your thumb up your ass. That's what it feels like we've been doing.
So, okay. So, apparently, Dana Schwartz, like we said. Let me find that tweet about, come on, no high schoolers need to read Ernest Hemingway. That sun will not fall from the sky. Another generation of students doesn't fake their way through the sun also rises. Shut up, okay? She says, we need to kill Western canon. Honey, Western canon is why you have a job, okay?
She is pro-censorship, hates books.
Hates literature.
Mm-hmm. Doesn't recommend any white men having any. This woman, she's a real piece of work.
Let me read this one tweet. Okay, deep breaths. Let's go through this slowly because this film is, I guess, as you say, exclusively for men. Sure.
Kaylin Bryson just sent us a $2 super chat. Paramount is to distribute a Miramax worldwide CBS. Yeah, we're going to get into that in a little bit here, actually.
Giggity. Okay. Men need to be protected from the horror of a woman who is 60 years old. So where does that leave us? Do you see how objectifying is? Men can get fat and bald in age, but since women are not people and merely objects to bolster a male-aimed fantasy, if they're not desirable, they are literally worthless. Or worse, they're worse than worthless because they ruin the fantasy. Most men aren't aware of the energy, time, money women forced to spend, especially as they age, in order to be compatible to society built around male expectations. Okay, honey, take a look
First
at your.
Let me jump in on this one. You're dating men in their 20s who are the hot guys at the club, you stupid cunt. You should be dating men. Like, wait until you get to be about 40 years old. And the people you're dating are going to be in between 35 and 50 years old. They do not care if you have a little bit of fat or if you don't shave your legs because they want a woman. They don't want a bratty little girl. And this is why you're attracting garbage, because you are a bratty little girl. Grow up, sit down, shut the fuck up. You're not qualified to write She-Hulk just because you went to college. Suck my dick. You're a hypocritical little bitch and I hate you. The end. Merry Christmas.
I always say I'm gonna have my Dr. Phil moment. Okay.
Is she the new Brie?
Yes, she is.
She is. Oh, she is the new Brie.
Were you?
Oh yeah, Brie 2.0.
You said something about Dr. Phil.
I'm gonna have my Dr. Phil moment. Dana Schwartz, Dana, honey, you attract what you put out. If you're putting out bitchiness, you're going to attract bitchiness. If you're going to put out crazy, you're going to attract crazy. You attract what you put out. If you
what if you don't want her to put out?
If you
I'm asking for a friend.
I don't know. Well, maybe we should ask Old Man Picard. Old Man Picard, what do you think she's putting out?
I don't know, but I'm not chasing it. I got a different 20-some-year-old chick I'm chasing around the universe. She's made of plastic, you know.
Really?
And so am I now.
Yeah, you know he's banging her. Ugh.
Hell yes.
How about okay, all right.
That's why she's so bitchy to him too.
Mike Marshall, what do you think?
I just said. I get her. Honestly, I'm asking for a friend here. How do you get her to stop putting out?
Frank hasn't put out for me in years.
Fuck yeah.
Oh, Frank, why don't you touch me anymore?
Because I value my erections.
They have pills for that, Frank. We can enjoy them together.
I have plenty of other pills to enjoy, honey.
Oh, you see what I have to put up with. Go with your apes. Go watch Congo again.
Please, thank you. Goodbye.
The great Frank Marshall, everybody. Yeah. Dana Schwartz, another professional victim. Oh, boy.
She's a professional victim, all right. As I kind of buried the lead, sorry. Here's those lovely pictures of her.
You know, I told oh, there you go.
They're on her own public Twitter handle. She is a public figure. She released these herself, so
you have no problem with making yourself an object, do you?
I feel like Larry Flint, and I want to go in there and say, okay, now open your legs. What the hell's wrong with you? Open your legs. Show us what you got, sweetie.
Captain Hair, $5. Did you hear Trevor Noah is playing both Snowflake and Safe Space in the Nearly Amounts movie? Are you trying to rile me up?
Yes, he is.
Are you trying to wind me up? What is a thought? What is a THO?
That hot girl over there or something like that. What the hell does it stand for?
I told okay. I'm gonna have to look it up on Urban Dictionary.
A woman who has many casual sexual encounters or relationships.
I told a female friend one time, it says, someone like her wants a challenge. I want an attitude, I want a challenge. And I told her, it says, you know what the real challenge is when you're 45 and try to get a guy to look at you. And I told her, you're gonna be talking to some guy in a bar, someone like you, you're gonna be talking to some guy in a bar, and in will walk a 22-year-old and I told her point blank I said, I made her feel like shit, but she needed it. I told her, you know what? She's going to have a 22-year-old is going to walk through that door with skin as smooth, breast as firm, and an ass as tight as yours used to be. And her eyes and his eyes will move off of you and onto her.
Especially with your little bitchy attitude.
Yes, exactly.
That's the biggest thing, is that they don't understand that, like I pointed out in my video that I'm currently working on here in the background, that these men are going to look at her and be like, I don't want your drama. I'm going to go for a real woman who's not going to treat me like shit. I'm going to go for a real woman who's going to appreciate having a man around the house. Somebody who's not going to nag and bitch just because I'm an old white dude.
Speaking of women you can appreciate, Scott, how you doing?
Hi, sisters. Can I say something? Wow. I don't know what to think about there's parts of me that say, okay, but then I know who it is. It's
exactly.
Like,
her personality makes her ugly.
Right.
Yeah.
It's like that. It's like you're somewhere and you start panning up and like you see this hot girl in like a bikini, and then all of a sudden you hit her face and it's like your high school teacher that just hated you, and you're like, what was that? What is that? I'm not saying that ever happened to me. I'm just saying that's what it would feel like seeing her like, ugh.
Right. It never happened to you.
How are you guys tonight?
Oh, fantastic.
A lot of good stuff. A lot of good stuff.
That's wild stuff. That's some
wild
wild
stuff.
That's wild stuff. Ed, is that wild?
It's pretty wild. Wild.
Ed, you got the plague. There.
No, no, I just can't stop laughing.
Coming up next, we have a comic. He's a bit wild. His name is Andrew Dice Clay. Let's bring him out here. Andrew Dice Clay. Andrew, can you do some of your material? Yeah. Yeah, sorry.
Go ahead.
Jack and Jill went up the hill and they had intercourse. Oh!
Wild stuff.
Okay. Yes, it's 2020. We're doing Tonight Show references.
Yeah, the kids are like, who the fuck are they talking about?
Captain Robert April, by the way, I am now blocked by Dana Schwartz. Oh, she's going to block everybody.
Oh, you are Captain Robert. I haven't gotten blocked yet.
I'm not blocked by her.
Fortunately,
Of course, I never bother with her. I just make fun of them.
How does one
like I
go
said,
about?
why are you tweeting at these people? Don't tweet at these people. They're comedy gold. Just make fun of them behind their back with a video.
How does one go about being blocked by somebody? I'm asking for a friend.
You usually bother the fuck out of them on Twitter. I mean, I block a lot of people.
What if you don't want to talk to said person you want to have been blocked by?
I'm wondering.
That's what I thought. Right.
I'm sorry.
Take care, guys.
I'm wondering what kind of guy, if she does go out with a guy, because we don't know what her preferences are. What kind of guy does Dana Schwartz go out with?
Cuck City.
She goes out with she wants the guys on The Bachelor, you know, the quote unquote rock hard abs, muscly guys that look like they're the firefighter calendar.
I hate to break it to these women that those guys that they want, like you said, Mecca, they want guys that look like Prince Charming.
Yes.
But they don't
bank.
But shut up and don't say a word.
Yeah, but they want them to be all subservient. But problem is, you're not going to find a guy who looks like that and acts that way 9 times out of 10 unless they're gay. Mm-hmm. So guess what? You're shit out of luck.
Gay are already taken, man.
Exactly.
You know, like guys like that are alphas usually, and women like this that are, you know, she could try to say she's an alpha. There are alphas. We're sitting on the panel with one. You know, there are certain types of female that, you know, it's real. When they speak, you stop, you listen, you respect it. She is like that whiny, like she tries to be an alpha and then she plays the victim, you know, now she's trying to take that, like, I did this photo shoot. I mean, there's one tweet there, like a response from her sister. Oh yeah. Like, come on. Like, I don't care. Granted, yes, you have a fine body. I'll give you that, but I wouldn't want to have to talk to you at all.
Captain
People.
Yes.
Captain People, yes. Captain Harris says, Rob, you should find Trevor Noah and get him to autograph a picture of Jon Stewart. That would be funny, actually. For a year, when you would do a Google search for The Daily Show, Jon Stewart's promo picture would still come up.
Really?
Yeah.
I wonder why.
I got a screen cap of that somewhere. I mean, but it was just, but like, that's how little confidence they had in him.
Well, because Jon Stewart was able to attack every side, and even if he went heavy on one side, the way he did it, you could still laugh at yourself. These guys nowadays, they just attack and they don't care. They got their base. They don't want to, you know, make friends with anyone. But when you're watching these guys on YouTube at their homes now, and they don't have people laughing or the applause sign to come up, it's really sad. It is really sad.
Oh, it's delicious. Oh my God. I love watching these celebrity meltdowns.
Oh my God.
Oh, there was a great one not too long ago with Jimmy Kimmel. Basically, they're sucking up to Samuel L. Jackson, where he's like, "Well, I'm so sad I don't get to go to Italy this year with you and Magic Johnson, and this is going to be the year we went to Italy all together." And I'm thinking, well, the country's a lot more empty because 200,000 people died there. So, you know, boo-hoo, cry me a river, you witch motherfuckers.
Absolutely, Mecca. They don't realize their audience. They don't care who their audience is. They don't realize that we are going through the thick of this. Like,
yeah,
I'm not going to get personal with it, but there's, you know, it's tough right now where I'm at in this. I'm in Connecticut, turning into a hot spot, still supposed to go to work. Don't know what to do. Got kids to teach. Like, these people have, you know, they have people that they have served their kids, probably living on property now because they don't want them to get dirty. You know, like, they don't get it. And Gal Gadot, someone I never thought I'd get upset with, you know, pulled that, you know, that stupid move with the song.
God, yeah. At least Joe Rogan came in and he's like, "Oh my God, what a fucking idiot." You know, yeah. Imagine a world without possessions while my Gram's dying, he says. Oh, I love him. He's so awesome. That's a man right there. See, that's the type of man that like alpha women actually want, is a Joe Rogan. Step it up, Rob.
Well, you got Larry Fine. I mean, that's
right.
Well, his, you know, but he's considered one of those. He's considered, like, they think he's alt-right, and it's just completely wrong. If you watch his show, Mecca, do you watch it? I mean, he's nothing like that.
I haven't watched his show in a long time, but I'm familiar enough with his stand-up, and I'm familiar enough with a lot of the comedians he's influenced by, like your Bill Hickses and your George Carlins and that sort of circle. And, you know, he used to write The Man Show with Doug Stanhope.
Right.
I'm very familiar with his work, and no, I don't believe he's alt-right anything. I think he's one of these common sense people that doesn't take a lot of bullshit from people. And now we're in this day and age where the dumbest, lowest common denominator people all get together and decide they've got to go orange man bad because they don't actually have any political opinions of their own. And you get into this sort of subculture now in the last few years where that's become the enemy and they can't even answer why. You know, they just go scream, "Oh, he's a racist." Okay, well, how does that even affect anything if he is? You know, if he is. Right. Because if he was, we certainly wouldn't be in the position we are now. He would have said, "Fuck the borders, close everything. Don't bring in the kung flu from those, you know, whatever he would call them if he was." I don't know.
No, that's a perfect way of putting
it. Being disrespectful to other cultures is not nearly the same thing as burning crosses on people's lawns. I'm sorry. And I'm not defending him. I didn't vote for him. I don't like him. So before people go off, and this is the thing, you've got to say, I didn't vote for him. I don't like him, or else people are going to be like, "You're just all right. You're just this, you're just that." Like, okay, no, but I'm not going to be disrespectful of people who did, because people have different opinions about things. There's gonna be a lot of stuff I disagree with my viewers that I'm not going to just get into it with them, because that's none of my business. It has nothing to do with pop culture and entertainment.
Right.
Oh my God, the kid from The Flash died.
What?
Yeah, I was gonna say that. There's not any. The only information right now is that he died suddenly. Now, this isn't This is the kid who played the younger version of him, not.
Holy shit! Oh my God!
So it's
Logan
not the
Williams,
main character.
No.
Okay.
Logan Williams, the actor known for playing the young version of protagonist Barry Allen on the CW superhero drama The Flash, died suddenly at 16. His mother, Mary Lise Williams, confirmed his death to the Tri-City News of British Columbia, saying the family is absolutely devastated. She added that the coronavirus pandemic and social distancing restrictions have made the family's mourning even more difficult. "I'm not able to hug my parents who lost their only grandchild," she said. "It's hard." The Flash star Grant Gustin, who plays the grown-up version of Barry Allen in his titular alter ego, paid tribute to Williams on Instagram Friday. "Just hearing devastating news," Grant Gustin wrote alongside a photo of himself with Williams and Jesse L. Martin on set. This picture was from early filming of the Flash pilot episode back in 2014. "I was so impressed not only by Logan, not only by his talent, but his professionalism on set. My thoughts and prayers will be with him and his family during what I'm sure is an unimaginably difficult time. Please keep Logan and his family in your thoughts and prayers during what has been a strange, trying time for all of us." sending love to everyone. Williams last appeared on The Flash season 2 premiere, which aired in 2015. He also starred as Miles Montgomery on When Calls the Heart from 2014-2016, and then appeared in Supernatural, The Whispers, and a TV movie, The Color of Rain. With his talent, gorgeous looks, Logan had the potential to be a huge star. His mother said Williams is survived by his parents, grandparents, aunts, and uncles. Oh, that's terrible. That's absolutely terrible. Poor 16 years old kid had, actor, good-looking kid, had the world on a string. Oh man, that's terrible. I hate to say it. I think it might have been. Do you think it might have been self-inflicted?
I don't know. That I was looking for more info. I have not found anything. All they have is suddenly a sudden death. That's it.
Usually when they don't reduce the cause of death, they say suddenly, but
that can be broad. So yeah,
it could be a couple things, which is just sad. If it was Corona, I think they would have definitely
said that. Yeah, there's actually been quite a few people in the industry who have died from the virus already, including the one like we just talked about. What was it the other day? The founding member of
Fountains Wayne, Adam Schlesinger.
Yeah, and I think that wasn't they saying that that's what killed the director of Reanimator as well. I'm not sure, but
right, yeah.
Oh man, the guy from Star Wars not too long ago, and
yeah, that was just the other day too. A guy who was in The Force Awakens. Yeah.
I'm betting a lot of people are just going to end up with like this is just people are dying from complications due to this. Like they had all these health issues before, and then that's like the last straw, and their body just couldn't take it anymore from it.
Well, yeah, that's the problem is people with already conditions like diabetes and other things like that, and respiratory issues are already, if they get it, that's a problem. And that's the other problem is it's if you get sick from pneumonia and other things like that while having it, that's the stuff that's, but not to go too much down that because we don't want to get too depressing here.
Well, do we want to, what do we want to talk about next? Not to change gears too abruptly, but let's
well, Marvel Phase 4 is shifted.
Yep. Okay, we have updated release dates.
Nobody's real surprised. Yeah. I got one here from Screen Rant from 4 hours ago, or which one do you got?
Yeah, I got the one from MCU Cosmic.
Yeah, whenever that works. Send me that one.
Yeah. Okay, let me link it to you in the thing.
All I know is if what's going to happen with the movies, 2021 might be a nuts year for movies. Just nuts.
Yeah.
I mean, there might be a lot of big movies coming out, like one after another.
Well, they've got to make up for the stuff that's delayed right now and all that kind of crap. So that's kind of what's going on.
Not to beat the Dana Schwartz thing to death, but I just want to end. Can I just say about does anybody else besides we know who Rick Reynolds is?
Burt Reynolds' brother?
No, Rick Reynolds was a comedian in the 90s. He didn't really make it that big. He did a one-man special that was actually pretty good. It's on YouTube. He said one time, ladies, and this pertains to Dana Schwartz, ladies, there comes a time where you're going to have to realize it's 50% your fault, okay? That's it. That's all I want to say. That's all I want to say.
Quite truthful.
Take it to the bank, Dana.
All right. So, yeah, everything has been pushed, including a Captain Marvel 2 release date. So isn't this like the first official announcement we've had for Captain Marvel 2, I think?
Well, who's this from, though? Is this from like a We Got This Covered or?
Well, I think it was an official release.
Oh, okay. Because every time I see all these We Got This Covered, it's always like, it always references to, they're filming this code name of Warbird 2 or whatever it was. So
yeah, Captain Hair said it's $5, Rob.
Yes, Captain Hair, $5 in an effort to inject some levity. Has there been any word of Jennifer Lawrence trying to stick her nose in the MCU? Haven't heard about her recently. No, but Give her time; she'll come along.
Well, that or I'd think she's sick of being blue.
Well,
I agree with that.
So to no one's surprise, Phase 4 has been pushed back a little bit, right, Rob?
Yep. It has been a bit, just a bit.
Can I ask a question?
No.
What is it? Yeah, okay, I'll shut up then. Oh God.
Yeah.
No. What is it? What is it about, like, you know, these websites you find online that we were just talking about, like, and I won't say their names, but they don't, you know, they'll put something up there that's outrageous and no one really beats them down. We might say, like, that doesn't sound right, but you guys put something out that sounds credible, and it's like, you guys are you know, I see this when I look at some of your comments. I just don't understand how it's reversed, how some of these different websites and different YouTubers can get away with, you know, speculation that sounds outlandish to me, but when you guys do one, it sounds right. And it usually ends up being right. How do you guys deal with that?
You mean as far as like finding out the best way to report stuff, or dealing with just,
you know, because you're going to get hit. Well, you're going to get hit no matter what.
I'm
right?
not a news channel, so I always remind people on my channels for entertainment purposes only, and I give them my opinions on the shit I find on the internet. And I tell them if they are so naive and gullible that they need to tell me that I need to tell them 20 times in my video over and over again and have a giant rumor sign flashing, right? If they're so weak-minded that they need that, then my channel is probably not for them.
Right. As far as us, Andre handles most of that. Otherwise, if I get into shit with people, it just turns into bullshit, Twitter beef, bullshit crap. No, no, I mean, really, it just boils down to really sifting through a lot of the rumors. There's times where a lot of these papers run with rumors of shit that we hear, but we can't really verify it. So we may not necessarily run with it. Unless we generally have something that kind of adds up. I mean, for instance, there's certain sources we have where they don't work necessarily in the actual production aspect of it, but they work in some aspect around it. And sometimes they themselves and us have to take in consideration that sometimes the information they're given is the company line, or they're telling us something that they may not necessarily be privy to per se, but they're in a position where they may be able to assume or deduce something. Because I mean, we get a lot of conflicting stuff sometimes, but not conflicting in so much that it's polar opposite of each other. But like, you can tell sometimes something has like a corporate spin on it. Right. Like there's a lot of this Star Trek business. Like we get a lot of stuff with Star Trek all the time. And according to some people, there has been a dozen fucking things greenlit. Okay. Now this is the kind of thing that we keep hearing from certain other sources, that none of this shit has really been greenlit. Only 2 of them have, and that'd be the 2 animated shows. Right. As far as the rest goes, it's just Kurtzman and crew trying to push shit.
Yeah. I'm sorry, Tom.
That CBS hasn't greenlit yet. Yeah.
So they're leaking stuff out, hoping people talk about it so that CBS gets pressured.
I think it's just to trick the investors, from what I've been seeing.
It's for PR, really, isn't it? Isn't when
because they really want to create this aura that Star Trek is doing super great.
Right.
Yeah. It's not.
I don't know. I mean, God, is anybody blinded by that?
They are making money off it, but that's just because Netflix and Amazon are paying the bills. Right. But there's no merchandise. The only merchandise that is out there is classic Trek stuff. And I'm willing to bet that even those sales are probably way down. I haven't seen those lately. But I mean, classic Trek stuff used to bring anywhere from $20 to $40 million a year, right, Rob?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. They make a ton. They used to make a buttload of money on that. Yeah, it's about 20 odd million in merchandising.
Wow.
And now that's gone. That's out the window.
Well, they probably still do a little, but not nearly what they used to. They don't have the figures out there anymore. They don't have a lot of the other crap. I go to a lot of these stores and try finding something Discovery for merchandise. And better yet, try and find some card merchandise.
Right. Oh, I've seen nothing, and I've actually looked. Not like online, but I've looked like at stores that would carry that type of stuff. And I mean, because who doesn't want to play with a 93-year-old action figure?
Right?
You know? Oh my God, my hip!
Oh no! Oh man, Picard. How hard is it being a 90-year-old action figure?
I like doing buggies and pew pews.
The action figure comes with a catheter.
Maybe.
Okay. Now I just entered on Google Star Trek Picard merchandise. The top results are from the StarTrek.com shop. Let's take a look here.
It's probably all T-shirts, posters, and tote bags, right?
Stuff that they can make on the cheap, probably.
Yep. And the only other thing we ever saw was the fucking Picard wine, which was like I think they had a small batch of it made or some shit.
Okay. It's not even okay. Oh God. A stemless wine glass, Chateau Picard stemless wine glass. A La Serena adult short.
Let me put it this way: if your local bar can have it made for themselves, then it doesn't count as licensing. None of this shit is licensing.
Oh, they have the La Serena T-shirt. They have two, which is a new item. They also have another. They have a couple new items. A sign, a placard says this facility has gone blank days without an assimilation. And you're supposed to write in the number.
Still doesn't count.
A Chateau Picard T-shirt. A portrait of what's his face, Sutra or whatever her fucker name is. Soji.
None of this shit is licensed stuff.
So this isn't licensed at all. This is just
this is CBS getting it printed up themselves.
Really?
A 7 of 9 T-shirt. Not 7 of 9. 7 of 9 T-shirt.
Shit UI and everybody else can do on YouTube.
Yeah. A Chateau Picard Chateau corkscrew. A corkscrew.
Again,
because after you see it,
like I said, if your local bar or restaurant can have it made, then it's probably not licensed.
Yeah.
Right.
Because
this is like the same type of shit. Like I could make this on Teespring without a license.
Exactly.
It does look like Teespring material.
None of this is when I talk about licensing, I'm talking about figures, I'm talking about models, I'm talking about that kind of shit.
Yeah, model ships and everything we're hearing. Like they don't have any ships. Like they have no ship schematics, no ship plans. They don't even know how many decks these ships have. They don't care, and that's why you won't see any model spaceships from the no model starships of the Eddie Van Halen ship or whatever the fuck it's called, because they don't even know how big it is. They wouldn't know how big to make it for scale.
I call it the Van Halen one.
Yeah, they're pissing off their main core audience of people. Like, you know, look at the guys from Trek Yards. They collect every fucking ship, and there's nothing wrong with that. That's their passion. The Eagle Moss ships are really, really nice. You're not giving them anything to work with. There's no deck blueprint books out there that people can buy. This is the type of stuff that people like to know. We want to know, where are the dolphins kept on the ship? Where are the whales? Where's the bar? How many decks are there? How big?
Not only that, ironically, Mecca, both Discovery and Picard have separate licenses from the classic Trek. That's something we've always been told. That's why when you go and see like the stuff that's on Eagle Moss and all that kind of crap, it's always separate from the other shit, and it's under a copyright for Discovery and shit, not for Star Trek. CBS, the standard one that goes on everything else.
Well, there's certain people that would say, "Oh, merchandise doesn't measure the health of a series."
It does in this sense, and look at Star Wars, for fuck's sake.
Oh my God, there is this is all just cheap crap.
It is. It's nonsense. Nelson Sharetta, thank you so much for a $2 super chat. Any word on Artemis Fowl direct to Disney Plus? Actually, I think we're going to talk about that here in a little bit.
What's Artemis Fowl?
It's that Disney movie.
I just saw that too.
Oh my God.
But yeah, I've been to hobby shops. I've not seen anything Discovery or Picard. I've seen tons and tons of classic stuff everywhere. Again, I've talked to certain people who are pro New Trek who feed us information too, and they try, we get both people who try to like paint it in whatever light, but it still comes to a point where you have to say, like, okay, this is probably going to come out in the near future video, but I was told they shot for 33 days on the season 3 finale.
That's like a movie.
That's a movie. That's ridiculous.
I know. Right?
How much? What is there? Is their budget bigger than Game of Thrones?
I think it's about the same.
Are they more than like 15 mil an episode?
No, they're like 9 or 10 mil is what we're told.
Yeah, speaking of all their like fake positive news, there's this one fake article out here that you gotta read this one. Here, I'll read this one.
Sticker. Hold on.
It's probably a Doomacorn. I don't have it up.
But oh god. Hey, do we want to talk about Ethan Van Sciver or not? Do we?
What about him?
Oh yeah, that's a crazy one funny, too, man.
Crazy story, yeah, man. Somebody was trying to kick it.
Was it the owner of Atomic? Is it Atomic Comic Shop? I don't want to say it wrong.
Atomic Basement Comics. Mike Wellman's his name.
I mean, the guy sounds like
CBS
he lost his ever-loving mind.
Yeah, he does. He does. Well, I mean, think about it. If you were a comic store owner, you would be on edge. I mean, you don't know if you're going to have a business.
Right. Right. But it was more, he was just, yeah, I guess I see what you're saying, but you read the tweets, and I mean, we could wait and not get into this, but if you read the tweets, Ethan's just responding to somebody and talking about Comicsgate. Doesn't say anything wrong, and this guy just attacks him, wants to know who he voted for and all that, and I'm gonna come to your house and do this and that. Crazy.
This is what is of his that who he voted for. It's a secret ballot. You don't have to tell anybody.
Right.
I mean, that's the way I was raised. You didn't really talk about your religion or politics with other people.
Lowe's and Captain Hare, $5. Lowe's and Home Depot should get in on the Star Trek Discovery STD licensing. I'm sure Mikey Spock branded wood would fly off the shelves. Yeah.
We got Fatal J says, Captain Hare, I love midget strippers.
No, he does.
Yo, hold up. Midget strippers? My Fatal J impression.
I'm going to have to clip that out of my stream where he was, maybe with the stripper live.
Well, Mecca brought up in the chat thing here about the Janeway business. There was a thing that came out the other day about a Janeway show. I think that was an April Fool's joke. Because doesn't she have some kind of animosity with some of the people behind Star Trek?
I heard she doesn't like 7 of 9. I know that.
Yeah, there's some beef.
Like Jerry Ryan, yeah.
Now
blame her. Jerry Ryan went all crazy SJW recently and decided to virtue signal to the LGBT crowd by changing her character.
I gotta hand it to Kate Mulgrew. I mean, she was absolutely a joy to listen to when she was doing her Voyager panel when we were there last August at the Star Trek Las Vegas. She was engaging. Classy. She was classy. She was informative. She was a bit sassy. She was a real pro. So, hey, can we
here's the shows. I'll tell you guys, and this is of course fucking rumors. But this is the ones that are supposedly working on that they're working on besides the 2 animated shows. Section 31, which we've all heard, right? A million fucking times.
Not happening. Not happening.
Star Trek Enterprise, which I don't believe because that's the same title as a show we've already had, but that's supposedly the Captain Pike show.
Oh, well, Kurtzman would totally give it the title Star Trek
because he's fucking moron. Yes, I know. Because I think that's where a lot of people were starting. And if that's true, the only reason I add any credence to that rumor is because there was a rumor going around that they were talking about bringing back Enterprise, and I think people got mistaken with that in the Picard or the Pike series.
What do I keep saying about a Pike series, Tom? No way they're gonna have a series with a white guy telling everybody what to do.
Not anymore.
Not in this time.
But not what? Well, what if they have it all about really that number one or whatever her name is what's her face?
Una.
Yeah.
Una. She's number one, and her name is Una. God.
And then there's another one called Starfleet Academy, I guess.
Didn't they reserve like a copyright a bunch of names? Star Trek Destiny was another one.
And then the other rumor is that they're supposed to cross over in a miniseries. It's probably the movie that everybody keeps talking. I don't buy half this shit. They're toting it around. It doesn't necessarily mean, because the only ones that have been greenlit, as Mecca keeps pointing out, and we have Tom, is just the animated shows, and that's it.
For $20, we can get Star Trek Discovery socks.
$20.
Oh,
can you wipe your ass?
I was just about to ask the same question.
For $99, we can buy Star Trek Discovery vans. Like for
worth it.
Like skater vans?
Fuck that.
Yeah. Okay, sad. I will give him that. I will give him that this mug is kind of nice, but it's the STD mug. I'm not gonna buy it.
All right, let's move on from this business.
Yeah.
As we said in the outset, Onward has moved onward to Disney Plus. So if you have Disney Plus, Onward is on there now. And what's the business about Artemis Fowl, Mecca?
I guess it's going straight to Disney Plus.
Interesting.
Somebody sent me I don't know anything about it other than it's like
it is on the wrap. Here's the story.
I gave you the one for, okay, I'm sorry. I gave you the one from Bounding Into Comics because they, as we were talking, they popped it up.
All right, here it is.
Can someone please tell me what Artemis Fowl is?
He's it's like a spy kid. His dad
kind of like Bond as a kid.
Yeah, it's like Spy Kid / Bond. I mean, is the dad
like Cody Banks never existed or anything like that?
Is the dad Henry Cavill though? Who's the dad again?
Oh, Colin
looks
Farrell.
Like Colin.
Oh, Colin Farrell.
Right. Yeah. Spy Kid without James Bond is a kid without the gratuitous sex and violence and
right, but he's fighting like demons and things of that.
What's he trying to do? I thought he was fighting for recess, you know, or
it is a fantastical spellbinding adventure. 12-year-old genius Artemis Fowl, a descendant of a long line of criminal masterminds, embarks on a journey to find his father Farrell, who has mysteriously disappeared. With the help of loyal protector Butler and Nazi, Artemis sets out to find him. In doing so, he uncovers an ancient underground civilization, the amazing advanced world of fairies. Interesting. Deducing that his father's disappearance is somehow connected to the secretive, reclusive fairy world, cunning Artemis concocts a dangerous plan, so dangerous he ultimately finds himself in a perilous world of wits and the all-powerful fairies. Now, I'm sure the theaters are not going to be happy about this, but let's face it, I don't think Disney had a whole lot of fucking faith in this movie because
the fans didn't like this movie, from what I remember. I did a video on this when the trailer came out, like the final trailer. Sorry, go ahead.
I was about to. Someone said this Artemis Fowl books is a series of Artemis Fowl books. I'm like, really? How long has this been a thing?
They're like recent. You and I would have.
It's the new YA thing, yeah.
Yeah, it's a new YA thing. But from what I'm seeing, like people are so pissed at this anyway because they changed the main character from being he was basically like an anti-hero. He was like the bad guy. He was a pirate or something, something like that, right?
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Sorry,
it's almost more like, oh, I'm sorry, Mecca. No, because I was going to say your video was good on it. Like after this first trailer, people went nuts. They went nuts, and now they make him like more of like an Indiana Jones of like, you know, dangerous artifacts.
Yeah, he's like a baby Bruce Wayne meets Indiana Jones, sort of.
Right. This is exactly though what I was talking about when I said they would find something that they would throw on Disney Plus as a loss leader, and it sure as fuck wasn't going to be a Marvel movie.
But I'll be honest with you. This has gone straight like Onward, which I watched, and I'm sorry, I liked it. This one, I will have my kids watch it because I am with them right now 24/7, and it's crazy. Okay, so lockdown is driving you nuts. You're trying to find new things so you don't have to listen to the same witch song or watch the same, Sheriff Callie show, so I will check it out and I'll let you know. But I did. Everyone was all against that Onward. I didn't mind it. I thought it was a nice story about brothers, you know.
Was it
on
up
a
to
journey.
Pixar snuff though?
Dialogue wise, I don't know. Story wise, the quality of the animation was good. The story was funny. I mean, there was a lot of like, you know, people bending to society, being what society tells them to do, and then saying, screw it, I'm going back to my old ways. Like, I actually thought it was the opposite of what people were saying it was. You know, I would give it a chance. If you can watch it, I would watch it.
Oh, I got Disney Plus. If I get the time, I'll check it out.
Seriously, check it out.
I have been so unimpressed with Pixar movies especially since they booted Lasseter. So I'm kind of
yeah.
That
I'm not
all
kind of
started with Brave. So like that just all went
right. I'm gonna say that it's not like that. It definitely is. For me, like looking at it, it's not following the perfect corporate line of, you know, their agenda. It actually kind of breaks away from that a little bit, and I don't know if they realize it did. That's kind of what I'm going for, because people think it's one thing, but when I watched it, I saw something different. I don't know, but quality as Pixar, I'll give you that. I don't know, but I thought I did really like it.
All right. Well, if you want to read this, Rob, go ahead.
Artemis Fowl. Okay. Yada yada yada. Breaking: Disney to release Artemis Fowl straight to Disney Plus amid Black Widow rumors. Walt Disney Studios announced they will be releasing Artemis Fowl straight to Disney Plus. In a press release, Disney announced the Walt Disney Studios announced today. The Walt Disney Studios, or just what's wrong with just Walt Disney Studios? Walt Disney Studios announced today that it will debut its new live-action feature film, Artemis Fowl, exclusively on Disney Plus. Disney did not provide a release date for the film to arrive on Disney Plus. They simply stated the release date will be announced soon. The film was previously scheduled to be released in theaters on May 29th, 2020. However, before that, it had an August 9th, 2019 release date. This kid's gonna be legally able to drink by the time it comes out. President Content and Marketing for Disney Plus, Ricky Strauss, explained why they were releasing the film straight to Disney Plus. With audiences largely unable to attend theaters in the current environment, we are thrilled to offer the premiere of Artemis Fowl on Disney Plus. He added, director Kenneth Branagh and his spectacular cast take viewers right into the vibrant fantasy world of the beloved book, which fans have been waiting to see brought to life on screen for years. It's great family entertainment that is the perfect addition to Disney Plus's summer lineup. Along with the announcement that the film would arrive exclusively to Disney Plus, they included an official description. In this fantastical, spellbinding adventure, 12-year-old genius Artemis Fowl, Shaw, a descendant of a long line of criminal masterminds, embarks on a journey to find his father, Farrell, who has mysteriously disappeared. With the help of his loyal protector, Butler, Nosy, Artemis sets out to find him, and in doing so, uncovers an ancient underground civilization, the amazingly advanced world of fairies. Oh, brother, that's gonna send people running. Deducing that his father's disappearance is somehow connected to the secretive, reclusive fairy world, cunning Artemis concocts a dangerous plan, so dangerous that he ultimately finds himself in a perilous war of wits with the all-powerful fairies. Yeah, I'm sure you're gonna rope in the male demographic with that one. Fairies, come on. You couldn't say elves. You couldn't say
for little kids. This is still it's a YA thing.
All right. This announcement comes after a rumor indicated that Disney was looking at releasing Black Widow and Mulan to video on demand and streaming as well. YouTuber Grace Randolph stated on Twitter, "So I did some digging with all the chatter today, and apparently Disney is considering releasing not just Black Widow, but also Mulan straight to streaming." She added, price points, purchase versus rental, went to Disney Plus, will all still up in the air, developing. You know, nobody's gonna bat an eye if they release Mulan on Disney Plus.
No.
No, that was one of them. I figured they might work a deal out, but this is not going to keep happening too much, or the theaters are going to lose their minds.
Yeah. On YouTube, she would elaborate why she believes Disney would release the film straight to video or streaming. She stated, "I'd like to stress that this is something Disney is considering, and they will likely make a decision in the next month or so. If Mulan, luckily being decided first, and if that works out, Black Widow, proofread your shit, Grace, come on, following suit, and probably a lot of other movies from other studios too." But she throws two ifs. But if Mulan, luckily being says, if that works out, you don't need two ifs there, Grace. Come on. I know I make mistakes on Twitter, but come on. It looks like Disney is going to test the waters with Artemis Fowl first. She also explained Disney will make.
What does she mean testing the water? There's nothing to test. Because this is just a fucking loss leader to get people on Disney Plus, really, what it is. Because and they're saving their ass from not having to spend all the money on advertising and marketing and putting this movie out in theaters when it wasn't going to make any fucking money anyway. This is not like they're no, because they're not making any goddamn money on this thing, because it's not like they're putting it out there for sale or rental only on Vudu and Amazon and shit and iTunes. No, this is Disney Plus.
Right.
So they're getting whatever it costs for you to sign up for Disney Plus. That's all they're making, and they're not even making. They're just keeping a percentage. You know, whatever that percentage of that movie gets. So this movie's never going to make any money.
Well, right. I mean, saying to test the waters with a movie that wasn't going to do anything. Like if they put Mulan, that might have made something, or even Black Widow. They said like that would be a big deal. I could see people maybe jumping on Disney Plus for that, but Mecca, did you see anything but that one trailer? Because that's the only one I ever saw.
I think I only saw the one.
Yeah, they've been pretty hush hush about this movie. They haven't said much.
That was one that they pushed back a couple of times, right?
I believe. I
think so. I was going to say all I know about it is it's had problems.
The one thing I found I actually was like shocked they did is they didn't change gender or culture. You know, because you have a young white boy with a black butler.
They're trying to do the Harry Potter thing. That's why they want to get that crowd.
Oh, of course.
And it's just not going to happen. And I think they see that. And that's why they're doing this. It's just like with Onward. They've realized they made as much money as they're going to make on Onward in theaters and from selling it on streaming, Vudu, you know, Amazon and all that places. They dumped. I would be pissed if I just bought that movie last week for $20 and they're dumping it on Disney Plus now.
I mean, that was quick.
Yeah. And again, this is just a loss leader for them to say, hey, we've got these brand new fucking movies on Disney Plus. Come see it. They're not making these movies aren't making any money.
But let me ask you, if they do go with Mulan and then Black Widow, I mean, if that takes off and people just start, you know, paying for the subscriptions, I mean, that's the end of movie theaters.
Yeah, to a point, yes. But they're still not going to be able to.
Well, it's like any other thing. You start off small, you start off cheap, and then once you kill the competitor, now they jack up the price.
Yeah, but Disney can't afford to be strong-armed by the theaters, though. That's the thing. Because every movie makes its lion's share of money in the theatrical release.
Right.
Like, that's kind of the whole... That's it. Like, that's the big shaboom. It's like, if this movie's going to make money, this is it. If not, it's never going to be profitable. That's just kind of the way it is.
No, it makes sense. Makes sense. No, you're absolutely right.
And I mean, I get it where, you know, in your mind, you see it as, oh, well, if they just go sell the movie for $20 on streaming, it just makes its money back. Yeah, no. Yeah, there's some people who may take a chance on it who may not go and see it in theaters, but you're also look at how a family of 5
I was just gonna
rent a movie for $20 or buy a movie for $20 as opposed to going to the theater and then you know all the other expenditures as well. So yeah, it's too dicey of a situation for them to go too far. I mean, even if they were to decide to drop Mulan, even just because the theaters are kind of like, yeah, we don't want to deal with that stigma when this is all over with. It's still probably not going to go straight to Disney Plus. I bet you they'll do the same thing they did with Onward, and you'll have to buy it for a while first, so they can try and recoup some money on it.
Right.
But from what I've been hearing from how much that fucking movie cost, there's no way they could afford that. Because from what I heard, that movie cost almost like $300 million to make.
Mulan?
Yeah, I heard it was like uber fucking expensive.
Really?
Wow.
Holy cow, that's crazy. Well, it is
Well,
huge scenery, a lot of like I don't even know if it's really special effects, but a lot of special things done. Like what's that one? Crouching Tiger, Hitting Dragon.
It's listed at 200, but I've heard more like 300.
Did they actually shoot in China?
I don't know about that, but you stop to think about all the costuming, the horses, the all kinds of shit. That movie probably cost so, and the production design and all that shit is so expensive, probably.
Yeah,
and then they changed it too from the cartoon, from what I heard. Like,
oh yeah, there's plenty of stuff changed, but I mean, I'm just saying.
So they're not just going in and copy and pasting like a Star Trek where they can use a $24 prop off of.
Oh
Amazon.
yeah. They have to create all this shit. This is from scratch, and this is Disney. They're not going to just do what they do.
Yeah.
Right, and what I've seen of it, epic battles, things like that. So,
can I just say something about that for a second? About that $24 prop from Amazon. I mean, here's the thing. Oh well, it's just background dress. It's just like, oh, you gotta you're I'm like, no. It is just it exemplifies the lack of attention to detail. It is laziness. It is just lack of imagination. It is just the shoddy nature of the entire production. You put everything you can into this. You put it just shows you where the money was not well spent. At the very least, go buy a $5 can of spray paint and paint them silver.
Yeah, change them.
I do not want to see things from my world in Picard, in a Star Trek series.
That's because, you know, they funneled all the money into 33 days of shooting the final episode of fucking Discovery.
Oh yeah.
I can't fathom that. That's just insane. Yeah, but speaking of this kind of shit and CBS, actually, that's a perfect segue out of this. I sent you the link there in the thing. Deadline reporting: Viacom CBS closes purchase of stake in Miramax with distribution and first look deals.
Oh, no.
So it looks like Miramax is looking to help beef up Paramount's and CBS's streaming service. I'm assuming they'll get a nice bevy of classic titles and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm not sure what all they get with it, because I thought Lionsgate owned a bunch of the classic stuff. I have no idea what they're buying here.
Purchase.
Oh yeah, they got the whole library. So yeah, this is okay. Never mind. I just
wow.
Right.
So they get Pulp Fiction. They get.
I'm assuming so. 700 films, including. Well, go ahead and read it, Rob.
Viacom CBS said Friday it's closed on the acquisition of 49% stake in Miramax from owner Be-In Media Group. Oh God. What the hell word is this? WHIH?
Maybe with? They're trying to say with and they didn't spell it?
No, it's witch. I think that's witch.
Here's where you
proofreads.
This is fucking Deadline.
Shit, man.
I had him even make a soundbite for me for proofread your shit, because I come across so many of these too.
Well, it's because they're all trying to just shove it out real quick. You know, they don't. They got to beat them.
In the first sentence, in the very first sentence.
It's okay. I often I'm still getting used to my new keyboard here, so I will sometimes put my title of a video without a letter because I thought I typed it and I didn't read it again.
I make mistakes, man, but this, oh God. Well, anyway, which will retain 51% stake in the company. The current Miramax leadership will continue in their existing roles. Viacom CBS said that $150 million of the $375 million price tag was paid at closing, and it's committed to invest $225 million, comprised of $45 million annually over the next 5 years, to be used for new film and television productions and working capital. So, okay.
So break that down.
Okay, 225 million, 45 million annually over the next 5 years to be used for new television and production. What's the budget on Star Trek on Picard and STD?
Estimated budget is around $10 million an episode.
All right.
Wow.
Not going to cover that.
We got a super sister from Sister Harrow, by the way.
Oh, we do? Oh, yay.
Australian.
I get to do this.
Australian for super chat.
Mm-hmm. Oh, Lord. Lovely. Paramount Pictures also entered into an exclusive long-term distribution deal agreement for Miramax's film library and an exclusive long-term first-look agreement allowing Paramount Pictures to develop, produce, and finance and distribute new film and television projects based on Miramax intellectual property. Qatar-based entertainment company BN Media Group bought Miramax, originally launched in 1979 by Bob another mistake. Bob and Harvey. Bob and Harvey, dumbasses. Weinstein. In 2016 from shareholders, Qatar Investment Authority and Colonial Capital, or Colony Capital. The Miramax library contains more than 700 titles, including Best Picture Oscar winners, The English Patient, Chicago, Shakespeare in Love, which no American saw, and No Country for Old Men. I would say, you want to kill an American's interest in a movie? You know how you do that? Put Shakespeare in the title. This represents a major investment in an endorsement this represents, I thought they made another mistake, but that's grammatically correct. This represents a major investment in and endorsement of our thriving Miramax business, which has grown in value under BN Media's group's ownership and has a fantastic future ahead with major new movies and unexploited premium dramas. We are thrilled to partner with Viacom, CBS, and Paramount to further explore opportunities around Miramax's iconic IP and also at group level, said BN Media's chairman, Nasser El Khalafi. I think that's how you pronounce that. The partnership with the U.S. media conglomerate substantially increases the scale of our entertainment business and further underlines BN's ambitions on the global stage. So good for them.
Tom, I gotta bounce. I'm sorry, man.
Oh, it's fine.
Yeah, I thank you guys for having me, though. I really appreciate it. I love jumping on here, but it was last second, so I made a deal with the wife. You know, give me about 45 minutes. Okay. Thank you guys for having me, though. I appreciate it. And if there's anybody out there, can I just say one thing? I hate shilling for myself, but I need 5 more subs to get to 600, and it feels like it's taken forever. So if anybody out there is not subbed to me and wants to just help a brother out, help a brother out. I hope you guys have a good night.
Check out Sporkin. Yes, check out the Sporkin News podcast, and thanks for joining us tonight, Scott. I appreciate it.
No, thank you, Tom. Anytime. I love this panel. I love it. Mecca, Rob, have a good night.
Thanks. Have a good night, man.
Later, guys.
Yo, hold up. Y'all not gonna bring Fatal J on?
I can, but I figured we'd be done here in a few minutes.
Yo, hold up. Why you gotta wait till the last minute to bring the brother on?
I can. You didn't say anything, so I knew Scott had to leave soon, so I figured we were gonna wrap it up anyway. So
all right, well, let's
but we can bring him on for a few minutes if he's not
real
busy.
days of ray of sunshine, though. I mean, that's
if he's still listening, even.
Jay, you listening to us? All right, so this deal, this deal,
it's just to make the streaming service look better.
Yeah, bolster the streaming service, give it more content in the library. What do you think? The streaming service is going to probably is what we call the Paramount streaming or whatever. What do you think it's going to be called? There's still no information on it.
I've been hearing they may try to stick with the CBS name, so I don't know. But that makes little sense to me to do it that way. But then again,
well,
Well, here's the thing, because they have Showtime, they have CBS, they have Paramount. Showtime has deals with other companies besides Paramount, obviously. But they're not going to be able to meld that then in that sense, I don't think. I don't know. They're going to do whatever they're going to feel like is going to get them the most subscribers in the end. Is he even really think I'm talking?
I'm just looking at this fucking list of the release dates of everything from like the Eternals and all this and Indiana Jones 5, and nothing is good looking. Like none of these movies I care about. I'm kind of okay with Doctor Strange 2. Like that one looks the best of all of them, but
oh, that's right. I get another year to ruin Indiana Jones.
I'm gonna try and save it, folks, but I don't know. She was the one who insisted on that fucking Shia LaBeouf kid.
Well, that's right. Dad, I want to be Indiana Jones.
Oh yes, you can, Bree, darling. You can be anything you want.
What the fuck is that thing?
I want to be Indiana Jones.
That's my new surrogate daughter, Brie Larson.
You adopted me because I am better than your other daughters. Thank you very much.
Nope.
You will love her, Frank, as you love your own.
And I'm going to be Indiana Jones. And I want to be in Star Wars and make a lightsaber.
Oh, you
whole lot of nope.
You can have anything you want, honey. Oh yes.
Oh
and I do Captain Marvel too, and I want to be Indiana Jones, and I'm gonna be. Oh, and you can make me Mrs. Valkyrie and in Thor: Love and Thunder, but she's a bottom because I'm always a top.
What the fuck did you do? Clone yourself and paint her blind?
She's everything I've always ever wanted in a daughter, Frank.
This is why I call her mom. And don't you understand? You're just a white dude.
She's part of the family now, Frank.
How did you marry this old white dude?
Oh, because Sidney Poitier was already taken, and he wouldn't return my calls.
I mean, he better have a lot of
class. Congo buggies. Now you're talking. Because if you're going to the Congo, you're going to need buggies. Doom buggies. And a tank would be amazing. A tank would be fucking awesome because then you can just blow shit out of your way.
A tank is just a tool of the patriarchy, Frank.
Oh, and I want to drive a tank in the next Star Wars movie. Can we do that?
There's a reason why it looks like a dick with big balls.
You're just a white dude. You wouldn't understand. It's my lightsaber extension. Thank you very much.
I just see people.
It's hysterical. Oh, you would say that, wouldn't you, Frank?
I don't know. She's so white. She's making me feel like not white.
You're racist, Frank, for pointing out her whiteness.
That will never happen. You are just an old white dude, and you're a symbol of the patriarchy. And Mr. Kathleen Kennedy doesn't get to say anything anymore. Thank you very much.
I'm at a loss for words.
That's right. Put him in his place, young Bree.
No. I'm just trying to figure out what the fuck she just said.
You're just an old white dude. You're not smart enough to understand. Ugh.
Is that English?
Yes. You're an old white dude, so shut up.
No. The first part.
Frank, she has an Academy Award.
For what?
For being the best
got a bunch of them.
ever, don't you know?
I'll make nunchucks out of the motherfuckers. You watch.
Ugh.
You just tie two of them together by the head, and you got Oscar nunchucks. It's fucking easy as pie.
Bree, do you want yours? Bree, do you want a lightsaber?
Yes, I need a lightsaber.
That's all right. I'm giving away dinosaurs and talking apes. Who wants one?
I get to ride a space dinosaur with a lightsaber.
Not to you.
But I am in Star Wars. I am Star Wars now.
They can get their own fucking dinosaurs.
I am Star Wars and Indiana Jones because anytime there's an old white dude, I need to fix that.
That was on our Star Wars vision board. Dinosaurs.
You
Space
fucking
dinosaurs and diversity. They have to be diverse too. There has to be a lot of diversity. I do not want to be in a movie with just a bunch of white people.
Does anybody got a gun? Preferably one that's loaded. If there's only one bullet, I'll kill myself. But if there's two, even better.
You're just a toxic old white dude. You need to get rid of your guns.
We don't keep guns here, Frank. They're tools of the patriarchy.
Bullshit. We've made like 20 dinosaur movies. We should have some guns lying around. I know I've got a gun here somewhere.
Daddy, I want a lightsaber, not a gun.
Fake. Laser gun. Laser
We're
gun.
so fortunate that they allowed us to adopt the 30.
I hate being locked in with you. I'm just saying. I hate being locked in with you.
Well, get used to it, Frank. We're all self-isolating.
Fine, I'm just gonna go play Animal Crossing. Fuck you.
Just like the rest of them. She's just like the rest of the kids. Why did you get another one? We already had two.
Because I needed someone to finally ruin Star Wars completely, and she's it. She's my vision for the future, Frank.
You've done fine on your own.
The future is female, Frank. Don't you know that?
Please, Lord, kill me. Just kill me.
Frank, the great Frank Marshall, everybody.
That's way funnier than it has any right to be, but I think it's only funny for us doing it.
Yeah, kind of. So
It's only good when I come in.
Captain, this is making me want to watch Congo again.
Doesn't it? The masculinity of that movie just cleanses you.
That's why KK hates it.
In some countries, Congo is known to turn gay guys straight. Just saying.
That's funny. That's some funny shit there. Oh Lord. Dune buggies and Congo buggies.
If you happen to buy Congo on Amazon because of us, please put in the review Midnight's Edge sent me here, just so I could feel like we had a small impact.
MEAD or Midnight's Edge or
Fuck
whatever.
it, go and leave a review of it right now. Go leave a review of Congo and say Midnight.
Well, I want to actually feel like I actually sold the movie though.
or actually, you know what? In the review, put capital letters Congo with exclamation points. And whenever you type, in the review of the movie, when you type the name of the movie, you have to put it in capital letters with 3 exclamation points. Congo.
What did you ever do, Frank?
No.
I'm in Congo.
And arachnophobia. And alive. And but you know, that last one, as bad as it was, it did have the kid from the Fast and Furious in it. So I got that going for me. At least I didn't kill him. In Congo. And I shot second unit on Who Framed Roger Rabbit. And probably every Indiana Jones movie. And Jurassic Park. Probably not 3.
Oh my God.
But then I said in the third one, you got to get that fucking big monster to eat that stupid bitch. I don't care what else you do in the rest of this movie. The one that acts and walks and talks a lot like Kathleen Kennedy, that one. And they did it.
How old is Frank? Let me see. When was he born? Oh wow, he was born 1946. So he's like 70. He's like 75. 74. Holy crap. Being married to her has got to age you.
Oh, I feel like as young as a kitten because I ain't touched a bitch in years. She's a succubus. I learned early on, as long as I didn't get too close, I was fine.
Yes, Frank, I'm going to suck all your money out of the bank.
Yeah. Go make another Star Wars.
Oh, Frank, that's a low blow, and you know it.
It's not my fault you fucked it up. How hard is it? How hard is it to make a Star Wars?
Alden Ehrenreich is a beautiful young man, Frank.
I could go make a better Star Wars movie in the backyard right now with the dogs.
Yes, but the Force won't be female.
Oh, it'll be female, all right.
You mean you'll be snorting coke off a stripper's ass then?
That's right, while I'm directed. It's in my contract.
Where is in your contract?
I need a hooker on either side of the camera with cocaine at hand anytime needed. It's my rider. Oh, fuck.
Yes, Frank. This is Bob Iger.
Go away.
No, Frank.
Shut up. I don't want to talk to you.
We have to talk, Frank.
Why can't you just take my wife away from me? Why can't you sleep with her? Why can't you steal her away from me?
Because it keeps her out of our head, Frank. That's why.
Why must I have to deal with the bullshit?
Somebody's got to deal with it. And the more time she spends with you is the less time she gets to fuck up Star Wars then.
Why don't you just let her fuck everything up? Like my life.
Frank, you've seen what happens to Disney stock when Captain Kennedy is in charge of Star Wars. Right in the toilet. Or is it commode? Or how
no wonder you backed off. What the fuck is you get into now, kid?
Can I be Indiana Jones now? I went off with the guy who eats bugs, and I ate a bug. Can I be Indiana Jones now?
Were you standing underneath the T-Rex?
Oh, I want a lightsaber and it would be Indiana Jones.
There's a sign that says "Don't stand behind the T-Rex" for a reason.
I want to be Indiana Jones.
Brie Larson here. Look, I have Brie Larson. I have
another old white dude. Yuck.
I have
I should go punch you.
I have ball of yarn here. Go play. Go happy time. Go play with ball of yarn. Here you
I'm
go.
not a kitty cat. I'm a person. I just want to be people.
Seriously, if anybody's listening and they got a gun, my address is 1622 North Hollywood Boulevard, Beverly Hills, California, 90210. Send it there ASAP.
You live on the poor side of Hollywood, Frank. I live on the... Yes, that's right. Yes. And after Kathleen Kennedy divorces you, you will be even poorer. You only be worth $100 million. I'll be worth $100 billion with a B.
Did she tell you she was going to leave me for you? Please tell me she said yes.
She's going to be my vice president. Don't you know that? Because the force is female. And I must have underqualified fanatical vice president. Just like the John McCain. When she picked Sarah Palin, remember her? She could see Russia from his house.
I'm trying to make sense of the shit that's coming out your mouth, and it doesn't really make much sense to me, but except for you're taking my wife someplace for a long time that I don't have to deal with her. So I'm okay with that.
Yes, Frank. We're going to take your wife away. She'll be even more powerful than you could possibly imagine.
More powerful than me?
Yes, Frank, more powerful. She's going to be vice president. She's going to cast vote on deciding legislation.
What if I move to the Congo?
Oh, you move to Congo? You go to move to the Congo. Or make sure you get diphtheria shot. Oh, it's so lovely this time of year.
Yeah, I like that band too.
Okay, Frank. We must have talk.
Yeah, talk to you later. Guten Tag and strudel and all that stuff.
Oh, Guten Tag, everybody. Go make sure you get Disney Plus so you could see Mulan. Oops, I wasn't supposed to say that.
You do realize that she thinks Vice means two different things, I hope you know.
Oh, yes, I hope you know.
Or they mean the same thing to her anyway. Raging Rhino sent us an Australian $2.99 super chat.
Yeah, it's hail Tom, Mecca, Rob, and Chad legends. Fist bump. You know, it's always nice to when Frank Marshall, Kathleen Kennedy, Brie Larson, and Bob Iger show up. You know, it's always nice. Yeah, they're like the family you've always wanted.
Frank's a little xenophobic, but that's okay.
Yeah. Well, I didn't say which family. It's the Manson family.
Oh. You can't hear that. That's like showing the Manson family Christmas special.
Oh, for God's sake. All right. Do you want to wrap it up? We got
I think it's time we wrap it up.
Everybody's streaming. Everybody can go stream hopping. Everybody, thanks for joining us. Mecca, tell them about your channel. Tell them about you.
Watch my channel. I rip into Dana Schwartz pretty soon here, and I'll have some videos on the way soon, and probably do some sort of music stream or something this weekend. So,
if Dana Schwartz is going to be some angry chick, just get full on muff diving with another chick. You know, come on, go take it all the way. Take it all the way if you hate men, okay, Dana? She probably will now, though.
She's too dumb to do
I
that.
don't want that visual.
Well, anyway.
Well, she's my type because the type of woman I like, I hate. So,
all right, everybody, go check out. We got tons of stuff on the main channel. You know, check out stuff on After Dark. Check out our Batman animation. We'll have more stuff coming.
I'm working on ideas.
Yeah, we'll have more stuff this weekend. We might be back this weekend with another stream. Wouldn't you say? Probably, maybe. Possibly.
Oh, I'm sure at some point. I think Mecca said she's doing something this weekend, and then if not, we'll find some time.
We'll be around. We'll be around in some form. All right, everybody. Hey, stay indoors. Stay safe. You know, just think of all the money you're not spending at the bar. Okay. Yeah. Everybody, we'll see you next time.
When you think this show is terrible, something wonderful happened.